Hi, I'm Liz River, and you're watching Orgasm Central TV.
Okay, so how did you get? Yeah, I know. How did you get started in this industry?
That's a really good question. I was a young mother, and I didn't really have any particular skill that I really thought I could use to make money, to be honest with you. And I kind of just wanted to make as much money as possible in as little time so that I could just be home with my family. So I bought this book called Modeling for Dummies, and I knew I wasn't like tall enough to be, like a runway model or anything like that. So um
Don't say that.
well, I'm 5'4", so at the time it wasn't really a realistic goal. So one of the things the book recommended is this free website called One Model Place. I don't know if it exists anymore, but I knew I had enough photos, like I didn't want to work for free, and so I had just decided that I would only take paying gigs. And the first message I got was from a cast fetish site. So you wear a real cast, but your arm or whatever isn't really broken. And yeah, and I met these two guys at like a random coffee shop near where I lived, and they actually ended up being so hilarious, and we really just got along. And I was like, okay, these are my people. And we're still friends, actually. I just talked to one of those guys like yesterday.
So, what do you love most about your work?
I like that there are um there are very few times where you have to be like, okay, like this is serious. Do you know what I mean? So, it's nice to know that you can kind of like every day you can sort of experiment with like how are we going to play this? Do you know what I mean? Like you kind of have to get over like, or it allows you to sort of like, okay, I feel silly, but I'm just going to do it anyway.
Hmm.
And so I like that freedom to just be like, okay, like we're just being goofy kind of every day. Not that it's not, I mean, I love my fans and I respect my clients, but I just think that it's fun that every day I'm like, you know, tickling myself or wearing a cap or something. Plus, when I was in high school, there was this group of kids who were kind of uh like the AV kids, like the video kids, and they
Yeah.
all made movies together like every day after school, and I was so jealous, and I thought I would be so fun for that. And so now I kind of feel like I'm like fulfilling my like unrealized like AV kid dreams every day
With a twist.
with a twist, yeah.
So, what was your favorite scene to shoot?
Oh man, I really like anything with a costume. I like anything oddly specific. I really love making custom videos because I like it when someone else trusts me to like fulfill their specific desire. I think that that's got to be really hard to just lay it all out on the line like that. So I think those are my favorite, but also kind of um the more like obscure, the more fascinated I am by that. It really excites me. Like I once had a video and the role was to stuff as many mini chocolate chips as I could into my belly button. And I really liked that because I just never would have even thought of doing that. And I don't know. That was just really fun for me.
But your belly button's only so big, though. It's
I
like,
kind of have a, yeah. I think, well, it was mini chocolate chips and they started to melt. So I think I got like 64 in there or something. I kind of have a weirdly deep belly button. I have like a cushy stomach.
So what studios are you dying to shoot with?
Oh, I would really love to shoot with Bondage Cafe. I would really love to shoot with Jim Weathers. I emailed him, but I'm sure he gets a lot of emails, and I don't know if I don't think he quite has the crush on me that I have on his like work. But I would love to work with yeah, Bondage Cafe. I would love to shoot a video with Kendra James. We work together, but not in a video clip capacity. And also Anastasia Pierce. So same thing. I've worked with her before, but not in a shooting capacity. So I have a work crush on both of them. Also, they are just amazing, amazing models and amazing producers. So I think all of those people are in Las Vegas, actually. I don't know where Bonnage Cafe is anymore, but yeah, those would be my top three, I'd say.
Yeah, Kendra James is gorgeous.
Isn't she? I know. She's so cool in person too. She's so down to earth and like it took some getting used to. We traveled a little bit together last year, and she's actually really down to earth, but it took me a couple, probably a whole 24 hours to be like before I stopped being like internally like be cool, be cool, be cool. And then just like, okay, like we're all just people, but James, like I don't think she knows that I don't think she knows.
I think you got more of a crush on her than I do.
I have a work crush on her. I really do. Like I find it I always want to bend the ear of people who have like a body of work that I respect because I'm like how I want to kind of know how did you do that?
Yeah, that's fair. Um, but according to the 2022 Free Speech Coalition, 46% of adult workers have been restricted on services like PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App. 36% of adult performers have lost at least one bank account. 55% have been denied insurance because of their background, and 50% have been denied a loan because of sex work. What do you think of those statistics?
I mean, I think that's a crime. I mean, I think this kind of points to the fact that like even though some sex work is, not criminal, uh it certainly isn't even though we've come so far in terms of um having OnlyFans is like everybody has an OnlyFans. It's sort of mainstream now, and you can, people talk about it openly, but having it as your main source of income, any kind of sex work, the fact that it still has such a cloud around it, and that it's that money spends like it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, what is the issue? I think forcing morals on people or whatever the the holdup is just unfair. I mean, the money spends. I don't understand why we can't spend it on getting a house or put it in whatever bank account. Luckily, this is not has not been my experience, but as somebody who is hoping to own a home in the next like 5 years, like I do worry about, how am I gonna justify this money because like you said the odds of them being like, oh, this seems cool is like pretty low. So um I don't love that for us, but hopefully things will change as time progresses.
Yeah, well, I think people don't like it, and there's so many restrictions on it because of FOSTA SESTA. I don't know if you know about that?
Ish.
Yeah, FOSTA, like Fight Online Sex Trafficking Act, and the SESTA Stop Enabling Sex Trafficking Act. So they're basically trying to fight sex trafficking, but they don't realize that sex trafficking and consensual sex work are two different things.
This is an issue. Yeah.
But what do you think people can
What do
do
you
to
think?
help sex workers?
I think it's going to take some time, first of all. I mean, anything that's basically political or legal takes a long time. It's going to be an inch at a time. So some patience, unfortunately, but also we need some people who understand the law and understand how to navigate that thing so that we can change things and I think we need some people who have some crossover experience. You know, maybe we need some advocates that have experience as attorneys or something like that who also have experience as sex workers. I know they're out there. I mean, there's a lot of sex workers who have like full-time day professional jobs, like being attorneys and psychologists and all kinds of things. So I think it's just going to take some time for um, those people who have that in common to feel comfortable moving to the front and kind of helping us push that movement forward.
And what makes you stand out in this industry?
Oh, I don't know. Um, oh, that's hard. I don't, I
Gotta say
have,
something.
yeah, it's hard for me to, I don't really think about, um, honestly, whether or not I stand out, I kind of just try to be probably being authentic to like who I am and like I really like I'm kind of goofy and you can kind of tell, you know what I mean? So I think maybe just not trying to fake like I'm amazing and like, you know, pay me or whatever. Like I know that I'm sort of just silly and it is what it is and people seem to think I'm cute and I'm just like, okay, that sounds good. Also I show up on time and I don't bring any drama ever. I don't have anything bad to say about anybody. I can get along with anybody. If there's a problem, it's not on my end. So I think that that goes a really long way in this industry. Really just showing up and showing up on time and being easy to work with.